Hey lovelies, or welcome back to Reviews and Recaps. Let's talk about Chris introducing Tricia to Martell. I want to talk about the conversation that Nel and Chris had in relation to that. Also, my perception of whether or not he's telling the truth. Now, if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I do commentary on Love and Marriage Huntsville, Real Housewives of Potomac, and other Real Housewives shows, and Married to Medicine. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on all your notifications so you know every single time that I post. And everyone, please like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Now, let's get into it. This latest episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville started out with Nel and Chris talking over lunch. Now, is it just me or that scene was so awkward? I don't know if they did a lot of editing and chopped it left, right, and center, but it was giving very much edited, awkward, like they don't know when they need to speak or not speak. It felt like there were long moments of pauses and silence that I just didn't really understand. So, but let me know if you guys also felt that way, or maybe it was just me. Chris started talking a little bit about his plans for his brocage, and then there was like a break in between. It was like a pause, and then Nel then asked Chris about the fact that he and her are meant to be mentors to the Holts, and why did he introduce Martell to Tricia? So, of course, he says, oh, it's a dang lie, just like he said at the open house. What I thought was interesting was that Nel was asking him to look her straight in the eyes. And it looks like he wasn't really looking her straight in the eyes, and he was again a little bit defensive, and he's like, I'm looking you in the eyes. I'm like, it is so obvious that you are lying, in my opinion. It's giving you are lying. Because I know for a fact, if someone was giving the impression that I hooked them up and it's not true, I would be trying to clarify it. But it just felt like he was just like, no, I didn't do that. Then proceeds to talk about how he was on the phone to Martell while Martell was asking about whether they were cute people at the gym. So he then says, yeah, well, there are few or something, mentions Trish, and then Martell took it upon himself to go and look up Trish on Instagram. My thing is this, if that's really the truth of what happened, did you know that Trish was your cousin? That's my question. Didn't you know that Trish was your cousin and is still married? Because as far as we know, word on the street says Trish and Marquez are still married. So you mean to tell me that you didn't know that they were still married? Or that you didn't know, at the very least, that Martell was still married to Melody? If you were trying to really be a good mentor, you could have said, oh, well, actually, you're still married to Melody. I don't know if you guys will squash it. So I'm not hooking you up with nobody. I'm not talking to you about no girls at the gym. If you want to come to the gym, pull up to the gym. But I am not going to be involved in organizing who you're going to be talking to at the gym. I feel like some of these men act like they're like young and like in their they're teenagers or like early 20s. Because I'm thinking, like, in this day and age, why are you having a phone call with me talking about are there fine girls at your gym? It's like, what are we doing? Are we 5? Especially considering at the time, it was just when Martell just lost his family. So you mean to tell me that the next thing you're thinking after impregnating a side chick is, oh wait, are there more fine girls at the gym so I can impregnate the next one? It's like, it's just given so weird. It's not something that I would expect men of this particular age to be dealing and doing at this stage in their lives, in my opinion. Chris tried to say, well, he knew that Mel and Martell were not together at that point. It doesn't matter, because based on your mentorship, it sounds like they've broken up and gotten back together and worked things out over the years. So you mean to tell me that if they've done all of these over the years, what's to say that they wouldn't have gotten back together this time? How did you know that it was done this time? And so it was fair game for you to hook them up. And it's so annoying because I feel like Nel wants to cry on the cross of being called a mentor, But how can you be saying that you guys are mentors to these people when your husband does something like that? That is low, that is trifling. You should be trying to either help them separate on good terms or get back together, not hook them up with their replacement. Whatever the case may be, even if they want to say, oh, it was separated, that was not how it happened, I really don't believe that. I genuinely believe that Chris was introduced Trish to Martell, but did not expect Martell or Trish to say anything. I think at the very least, he didn't expect Martell to tell Trish and then for Trish to repeat it on the show. If you look from the time it first was brought up at the open house, the way he was doing the maths and the maths wasn't adding up and he was constantly trying to dig himself into a hole, and Martell even had to say to him in his ears, like, don't, you're going to make it worse, just leave it. Imagine he had just left it there, but he didn't. He kept trying to explain and explain and explain. And that much was obvious because outside looking in, it's giving that you are lying, sir. Nobody believes you. You're the only one that seems to be believing your own crap. Even your wife does not believe you. Because why else is she outing you and asking you if you are telling her the truth? It means she does not believe you. She's literally saying, like, you look guilty. Why are you not looking me in the eyes? So if you were being honest, then you would have been like, no, seriously. But you weren't being honest, in my opinion. Now, this is my opinion, of course. I was not there when they hooked each other up or who did what. I am just saying from my perspective, looking at the body language, it's given there is more to the story that we are not being told. Even Ken said with his own mouth, it sounds like there is more to the story that we keep finding out. And I'm inclined to agree with him on this. I will also say that Nel used the opportunity in that scene to talk about her conversation with Mel and how she didn't like how Mel wasn't liking or accepting the fact that she was her mentor. Now, I hear this and I feel like I'm going to talk about this in a new video. But overall, I personally just think it is you want to be called a mentor, but then you're also doing things that friends do. So it's just like, where is the line? So it's not very clear if we're being completely honest. But I guess we're going to talk about it properly in a new video. But let me know what you guys think. Do you believe that Chris genuinely was the one who hooked up Tricia and Martell? Or do you believe that Chris is innocent? Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, hit that subscribe button and tap that bell button right next to it so you know every single time that I post. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.